The dangers of relapsing.
Right.
From relationships.
Absolutely, especially in early recovery. It is so dangerous to get into a relationship in early recovery. I mean, it's it's so hard. My sponsor told me that I had to finish the 12 steps before
you got to the 13th.
I could get before I got to the 13th. We had to go in order, 1 to 12 and then 13. And but and I bucked on her. I totally bucked on her, and it wasn't good. And I didn't relapse, but unfortunately, the person that I was dating did.
Right.
And they relapsed because we broke up.
Right, and sometimes relapse equals death.
Right, absolutely. And I surely don't want anybody's blood on my hands.
Yeah.
So it's almost like we have to take into consideration others' recovery before our sexual emotional needs.
Yeah, that's tough though. You first get into recovery. I mean, I did a video on this, the 13th. Nobody talks about the 13th step. Not knocking on 12 steps. Yeah, that's we'll save that for a different video. But like it's tough though, man, because like them hormones, like for us guys, right? That testosterone, that hormone that make you feel good. Like heroin was my girlfriend. Heroin was my wife. Heroin was my love of my life, right? Because it made me feel good in places that I didn't feel good. I could be dirty, homeless, strung out, and if I got $20 worth of dope injected, life was real good. But you know, I know a lot of people that fell off, man, just because, you know, boyfriend and girlfriend, like it's just tough, man. You got to spend a lot of time working on yourself, you know, and so many relationships I see formed in rehabilitation centers and detox centers and stuff like that. When I was going in and speaking, like they'd be clicking up, little boyfriend and girlfriend, Barbie and Ken over there in the corner.
Right.
And man, when you in rehab, you in detox, you in early stages of your recovery, early stages of your sobriety, it's important for you to work on yourself.
Absolutely.
Like be greedy on you.
But how do you do that?
How do you work on yourself?
Yeah, like how did you work on yourself?
For the first 6 months before I got into a serious relationship?
Right.
Well, 2.5, I was in jail. It's not too hard there. But then when I got out, man, I just seen the life that I had created. Like I'm in my homeboy's mom's house in the spare bedroom. There was enough room. You could open the door and there was like a bed and then all their stuff, you know, it was like a storage, like a extra bedroom storage room. And I just said, man, I'm sick of this. Like I've been stuck in that circumstance for like, I don't even know how many years. Like I'm going to say 5 to 10. Because when you're out there on drugs, you don't, your track of time, you can lose it real quick. But like I just said, I'm sick of this, man. Like I got out and I seen what I had diminished myself to. Like I had 69, 70 days worth of clarity at that point in time. And I'm like, damn, dog, I'm broke. And I don't own a pair of clothes that don't got holes in them or bloodstains in them. I guess for me, the way I worked on myself is I stayed pissed off at myself. I was pissed. I was frustrated. I was just pissed, man. Like, how dare I put me here? Like, how dare I let myself go like that? You know, I was like straight A student in elementary school. I didn't start getting in trouble till puberty hit. Got some hair in places, and then we just started fist fighting, and it all went down from there. But I was always a smart kid, and then like, boom, I woke up, and I'm like, oh my God, this is like May 19th, 2016. I just got released from Lee County Jail, Florida, and I'm walking into the shitstorm that I had created for myself, and I'm like, oh my God, dog, this is what I've been doing for years and years. The redundancy, the rhetoricalness of doing the same thing over and over and over and over, expecting a different result. You know, so I just told myself, I ain't going back. You know, because if I relapse, I'm dead. Like my brother Robbie, you know, or people that get in relationships, like it's tough, man, because your emotions are tingling, everything's like all whacked out, you know, and it was just tough.
And that's like in early recovery, but like even for us in you having 5 years, me having 6 years at the time when we moved in together.
We moved in together?
when we moved in together, it was very challenging. It was very challenging.
How challenging was it?
It was extremely challenging. For two people who had been independent, living on their own, and then all of a sudden we decide to move in together and mesh our lives into one. And it was really hard because all of a sudden, like, I had to take into consideration this other person, right? And for someone who just lived their life as like me, what do I want to do?
Right, me too, in Florida.
Right. It was like, oh my goodness, like, and you know, I have like this idea, hey, this is what I want our day to look like and our life to look like and for us to do together, these things together. And you're like, yeah, that's not my idea. Like,
right,
your idea and my idea were very different.
Right. Well, I mean, we're different people.
Right. Exactly.
Everybody's different.
But we have these like expectations where we like expect that things are going to go like one way. And I think like in relationships, like it's really important to be able to like have patience and grace with each other. And
that's a must.
Yes.
A lot of patience.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of grace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a learning battle.
It's definitely a learning thing. It's definitely...
There's a learning curve to it.
It's easier, like, because you think, like, when you first move in together, like, oh, we're, like, in the honeymoon phase, and oh my goodness, we're just, like, gonna have sex all the time. It's just gonna be amazing. And it's, like, it's not like that.
No. Then you're getting 15% of the bed, she's slamming cabinets in the morning. I'm doing this and that and the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's, like, and then we had like a lot of fights about things, and there was a lot of like silent treatments, right? Like a lot of like, well, I'm just not going to talk to you. Then fine, I'm just not going to say anything at all.
Yep.
And it was like a very quiet house
mm-hmm.
during certain periods. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're still learning how to live together. I mean, it's not really perfect, right? Nothing's never really perfect.
Mm-mm.
You know, but it's how we choose to communicate, how we choose to adapt to overcome,
mm-hmm.
you know?
Yes.
Or we just get a bigger house and I can live in the basement.
That's our goal. That's
our
our
goal.
relationship
That's
goal.
our goal is put me in the basement.
For Adam to have a man cave down underneath the house.
Yeah, studio / man cave.
And for Jamie to have the rest of the house. To roam around and exercise and do yoga and read her Bible. And
what's some of the things we should talk about in the future? Upcoming videos. We got another channel coming. We'll talk about that in a different video.
Yeah, we're really excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, I feel like one video I really want to do
mm-hmm.
is talking about praying for your partner.
Praying for your partner.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Something that's so important and has really...
like really praying.
Yes.
Not like, God, I pray that I get more than 15% of the bed tonight.
No, like really praying, like...
right.
Praying.
Like hedge of protections and...
Right. Well, actually, mine is like I pray the armor of God on you.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing that a couple months ago. I don't even know how. I think one of my friends was talking about it, that I need to pray the armor of God. Oh, my friend Lenita. She wrote a sermon on what it looks like to truly pray the armor of God on yourself. And I was like, man, I need to do this. I was like, man, but I need to do this for my husband. I need to pray for my husband and pray this armor of God on him. Like pray, we'll talk about all the details in the next video, but man, it was really, really good. And I felt like after about 2 weeks of doing that, things had started to kind of change in our relationship. And whether that was God working on me, you know, to
right.
be able to deal with things differently,
right.
and God working on you,
or both,
like both working on you to mm-hmm. be able to like for you to like think about things differently. You know what I mean? I think being rooted in a church has really helped our relationship.
Yeah, I agree. A good church.
Yeah, we have a great church that we love locally, and we really, I feel like that has helped a lot as well. Maybe do a video on, you know, self-esteem and worth in relationships, not finding your self-esteem in another person, right? Like, I can't make it Adam's full-time job to validate me, right? Even though I like to do that. Be like, you didn't say that I look pretty in this dress, or such.
Or such.
You know, or such. And so that's a really good one too.
Okay.
Learning how to be individual.
Yeah, maybe they can get in the comments and say something. That, what do y'all want to hear about? Just get in the comments, and we'll be glad to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Until the next one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. See y'all.